In this episode, we talk about eating disorders. If you or someone you know needs support, please visit beateatingdisorders.co.uk. Eve. Hello, my sugar dumplings, and welcome back to another episode of Bangin with Chloe V, me, your host. I've just realised I haven't put deodorant on. I'm actually quite smelly. I'm so glad you can't smell me through the lens if you're watching on YouTube. Actually, you're probably watching on TikTok, or if not, you're listening on all your favourite podcast platform apps. The TikTok is, for anyone wondering, Bangin with Chloe V Pod. So if you want to give us a follow, we are loving all of you guys DMing us, liking and sharing, and it's really helping the podcast grow. This is my baby, and you guys know that. So all of my appreciation to you guys. And I try and get the best guests on this podcast. Today, we have the sexy, the boobalicious, the goddess that has men falling at her feet, Coco Lodge.
One with the tits, who that got some.
Coco, you're on Love Island. You've literally just got off.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, like unreal. My tits are famous and it feels so good.
So basically, the backstory between me and Coco is me, Coco, and Nicole are like all best friends, and we're all flatmates.
Yeah.
I practically live at your.
She doesn't live there, but she does.
I don't pay any rent.
We love it.
I just stay
I just don't
there.
know how you live there. It's always so dirty. It's disgusting.
Oh my God, yeah.
Luxury.
It's so weird because obviously I knew you before Two Hot to Handle come out.
Yeah.
So me, you and Nicole were like the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Then Two Hot to Handle come out.
Yeah.
And then you went on Love Island just previously.
Yeah.
And then you've come out and it's like, now we just want to go on Gogglebox.
If you're listening.
Like now we've all got the verification.
Yeah.
Let's just...
It's going to happen.
Yeah. We need to manifest it.
Yeah, it will happen.
I've got a few questions that I want to ask you that are on everyone else's minds, including myself, because to be honest with you, I didn't really like Love Island because every other year it was just the same. It was the same.
Yeah.
Then we had the lockdown and it was 2 years before this Love Island.
There was one last year, but yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. This is what I mean. I just don't watch it. But this Love Island is the most watched ever.
Yeah, since Molly May's final, yeah.
Literally.
Unreal.
Over 100
I want to
million
thank
views.
myself for that. ITV should thank me.
Literally. Your boobs are basically famous.
They have made the show. They did carry the show. I carried it on my chest. Thank you. I'm joking, I didn't. Ekin definitely carried it, but it's fine.
I mean,
I was second.
Who's your favourite on the show? Like someone that you know you're going to be friends with on the outside world.
Ekin and Davide.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love them as a couple. We just sit there talking about all like the events we're going to go to. Like I love them. They're like a married couple.
Yeah.
And for me, they're my winners.
They're your winners. Yeah, the mum and dad of the villa.
Yeah, they're so great. Like even when you're in there, you realise how drawn to each other they are. And people think they're like playing a game, but you realise it's not even playing a game. They just argue and then laugh, like because that's just the dynamic between them. Because his accent makes everything funny.
Yeah, no, literally.
He's so great. I love him so much.
Isn't it awkward? Because like, obviously you kissed Davide.
Yeah.
So like, was Ekin cold towards you after that happened, or was she just like, I know it's kind of like it's just. It is what it is. It's TV at the end of the day.
So me and Davide told her literally like 30 minutes after the Casa recoupling, and we were like, oh, just to let you know, like we did kiss as well, but like there was nothing like there. Like we're like brother and sister, and she was like, is it weird that I just don't care that you kissed him, but I care that Molly kissed him? And I was like, yeah, it is weird, but I think it's because we had so much in common. We're both 27, we both gym, we both like go out in like Chelsea, we like move in the same crowd, so we got on really well.
Yeah. So why do you think she was more surprised that he kissed Molly? Because Molly's just not his type.
I think just because Molly wasn't in there. And, like, Ekin gets it. Like, she gets TV because she's an actress, and she understood that we had an assignment, and, like, we had to complete it.
You understood the assignment?
Yeah, we understood the assignment. She was like, girls, I know you just had to do your thing. Like, it's fine. And because me and him, like, we weren't sharing a bed and kissing, like, I think she was fine. I mean,
It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite passionate when I watched it back. But she didn't seem that annoyed.
Did, like... Davide's a smoker. Could you taste like?
Yeah. Okay.
Was it like nice though? Or
A
was
nice
it stubbly?
kiss. Stubbly.
Yeah. Has he got?
Oh,
Has he
I
got
can't
stubble?
remember. You know, I was like so like as if this is happening. I've just stared at you for 4 weeks and you're so fit.
I know.
In
When
my head, I was like, Because I kissed him in the challenge first, and that's when I went up to him and I was like, no, you have to give me another shot, because I know it was such an awful kiss. Like, my tongue was like licking his like cheek, so I was like, nah.
Oh,
you have to.
no.
I was like, he cannot think that's how I kiss.
Was it a full-on tongue with you and Davide?
Yeah, very passionate.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I was like squeezing his neck. Yeah, love it. Dirty.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking jealous.
So fit.
One thing that we love doing on this podcast is a segment called Bangin or Bust.
Okay.
So one thing in your week that has been banging, one thing that is bust.
Banging, going to Brad Pitt's Bullet Train premiere.
Did you see him?
Yeah, he was literally like just in front of me.
Apparently he's like 4
They
foot.
made you walk around the red carpet whilst he was like doing his pictures, but we could like see him. I was like, yeah. He looks so fit for his age. I don't even know how old he is, but I'm guessing quite old.
He must be like in his 60s, no?
60s.
Is Brad Pitt in his 60s?
No, 50s.
50s?
40s? He's unreal. He's so fit. Like, very, like, sexy. I think he had glasses on. He was, like, dressed, like, kind of like a tramp, like, sexy. Like,
Really?
Yeah. He was dressed so casual. So casual. I felt overdressed. I was like, get me off this red carpet. But I saw someone in a ball gown and then I felt all right.
Yeah, no, that definitely. There's nothing worse than being overdressed at an event. But then
Yeah.
I'd rather be... What was bust from your week?
Bust, the trolls. When I come out, the first thing I saw was all these troll comments about how I look. That's a bit of a bust, but I feel okay now. So
Good, I'm
turned
glad.
it around, flipped it around.
Yeah.
Made it into a positive.
Definitely. I feel like because you're going out quite a lot as well with like the events and obviously like life after coming off of a massive TV show, like the biggest in England.
The camera angles just did me dirty.
Do you think that was...
Yeah, and I think the Botox did me a bit dirty as well. My forehead wasn't me. And I had this vein, like,
What
through
vein?
the middle. Like...
Coco, you look fine.
I'm watching it back and I'm like, the vein. Vein is probably
See, I've
here
got
right
a
now.
vein. I've got scars, veins.
I mean, the cameras are never... Everyone's better in real life, right? Because when we went in there, we were like, wow, you're all so fit. And we thought, like, some of them weren't going to be, like, all that. And we walked in, we were like, oh, my God, they're unreal. Like, so fit. And when you can smell someone and stuff as well, like, just sexy.
It adds to the
Yeah, the mist.
sexiness. See, I've never thought about that, you know, like, because when I'm not going to lie, when I watch Love Island and I look at Andrew, I'm like, I just don't think you're attractive. But I know that you're very picky when it comes to men.
Yeah.
And when you came out and you were like, no, he's actually really good looking.
He's really fit.
That's mad. I can't wait to meet him
He's
in person.
really, like, classically handsome. Like, he has, like, 2 little moles that I'm, like, obsessed with. Like, not anymore, sorry, Dash. But, like, I just liked his face. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty face. And he started working out. He can thank me. So then he looked even better. Like, when Tasha came back, he looked unreal.
Really?
Like, yeah, he'd been in the gym every day, stressed. Bless him.
Did you work out with him?
No, he wouldn't let me. In fact, they wouldn't let me because you're not allowed to talk in those times.
Why though?
Because
surely that helps.
It's
build
because
the
where they're
relationship, no?
filming 2 villas, you're not allowed to have chats. So the producers can listen into all the chats and like mark what's good content and what's not. So during the downtime, you're not allowed to like talk. So Casa Amor is like really stop-start. You have like 5 hours in the day, probably less, probably like 3-4 hours to graft, and then in the evening you have about 3-4 hours to graft as well.
What?
Yeah,
That's so unfair.
yeah, it's very unfair. And the
So
girls had a
unfair.
whole extra night as well, didn't they?
They did.
So yeah, it was a bit unfair. But girls need a bit more like temptation time.
They do.
Whereas
They
boys,
definitely-
as soon as we got in, they were like, woo!
So were you?
We were like, woo! We were loving it. I was so nervous when I saw them in real life. I was like,
you?
Davide's so fit.
Oh no!
Bless them. They were all so fit. In fact, Jay, his body is like 3D.
I know. I matched with Ray on
Ray?
No, Jay and Raya. Yeah.
Oh,
He
let
messaged
me.
me and I was like, I don't know if I should
Oh,
message back. Probably
You're
not.
actually very much his type.
Yeah, but I just don't
confident,
know. China's our
tall.
girl.
Yeah, but China's over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because China, I don't think they showed it, but China made me go and have conversations with him.
Really?
Yeah, after like I got sacked off by Andrew, she got sacked off by Jay. She was like, why don't you try Jay? Because he's both older. But then he told me he'd only had 1 drink his whole life, and I love him, but like, I like to.
You love to drink.
Yeah, so it's not a match. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bless him. But that would be very good for you.
Do you think?
Yeah. No?
I don't know. I've never seen him in person. He reminds me of David from my season of Talk to Handle.
What, his personality?
No, like both. Looks,
He's
personality,
tall.
face, chiseled.
Very chiseled.
Is he Scottish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love a Scot.
His eye contact's so intense. It's like,
I love it.
yeah. And his brother's fit as well. Double day.
He's very standoffish though, isn't he?
He wasn't standoffish. He actually looked after me a lot in there.
Did he?
But he's just like very quiet. And then when the new Casa boys come in, like Billy, Deji, Josh, where they're like quite immature, I love them, but they are. He was coming out his shell a bit more, whereas I think the other boys just didn't gel with him that well, apart from Davide, who was like his best friend, but they were like tanning and gym buddies rather than like bringing out this like side to his personality that no one really got to see in there.
It didn't really put 100% into the experience of what he could have got out of it, sort of thing, just like chilling.
He was just chilling because he wasn't really interested in anyone but Paige, I think.
But that's good though. Yeah. That is good because
Bless
it's
him.
like staying true to yourself. Whereas me, I'd be like, I want to fuck all of you.
Yeah, I thought that I would be in there and just be like, oh, you know, like whoever like wants me. But when I was in there, like, you can't fake it.
No.
Like you cannot fake it at all. Like you have to go for someone you like.
Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Otherwise, it's so obvious there's no connection between you two. Do you know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah. So with me and him, like I tried to force it because I wanted someone in there. Because it's very lonely when you don't. And he's so fit. I was like, you know, maybe there's something here. But like when we were chatting, like. I was like, yeah, like I sell like Jaeger bombs, that's my job. And he like works in accounting. I was like, I don't think we're like a match.
Oh no.
We're like, yeah, it's just friends. I love him, but yeah, just friends.
Well, this is a safe space. Mm-hmm. And I want to give you the space to talk about exactly what happened on Love Island.
Yeah.
Anything you haven't got off your chest or anything that you have, just not on my podcast. Anything that you feel like needs to be spoke about or needs to be addressed.
I think I'm seeing a lot of comments about the whole 4 out of 10 comment that I mentioned on another podcast, that the boys in the downtime at lunch called me a 4 out of 10, which I thought somehow I'd heard from the boys.
Was that in the villa that you were in at the time?
Yeah.
Or was that between Casa Amor?
No, this is like when the OG girls had got back after Andew had like pied me off and we'd had all the tit drama, like, you know, then.
And the boys stood in the kitchen?
So the boys were in the kitchen and I think Paige walked in and they thought she was me. And she was like kicking off because she didn't want to look like me. So then they were like, don't worry, Paige, you're a 12 and Coco's a 4, I think. Yeah. And then she went and told Gemma in front of Summer. And then Summer come and told me. Then we asked her about it and she was like, yeah, they did say it, but like... but they didn't show any of that because they can't because it was
filmed. They're not going to be able to.
Yeah, well, the producers were in the villa, so they can't really show that.
I mean, I do feel like you can say certain things when you're being filmed that you just know isn't going to be shown.
Exactly. I feel like that was it.
But
the thing is, I'm like, all the boys wanted a bit of me when I first walked into Casa, so why are you calling me a 4 out of 10 now just because the original girls have got back? Because you clearly don't feel like that. Because then why are you trying to chat to me in Casa?
Definitely.
And trying to like get to know me. So.
See, it did look like that when I was watching it, the guys are just moving mad.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like on heat.
Apart from Luca, literally everyone. We weren't expecting it. We thought we were going in and like one of us would get through because like to the main villa because we thought the boys were really closed off. Because when you watch, you think the couples are quite strong, and then when you're in there, you realise these couples are not as strong as you perceived. And all the boys, they just wanted to get to know everyone. Yeah. Like they were absolutely buzzing, and they were like using excuses like, well, you know, we're in here for a test, so like
we're in here for a reason. Let's just finger each other.
Yeah, literally. I think the first night, like everyone was making out, and I was like, wow, I don't think this has ever happened before. Like in a Casa, like every single one is kissing apart from Luca. Like,
and this is literally the first Love Island where everyone is basically recoupled other than one.
Yeah.
Like literally.
It's a bit like unfair as well because Luca slept outside on the day bed in the main villa, but the Casa girls got to share beds if they didn't want to share with a boy. So it's a bit unfair because I think they were trying to like maybe force him to like want to share a bed with someone because he was sleeping with like the creepy crawlies, and you go to bed at like daylight, so he literally couldn't sleep. Bless him.
Bless him.
Yeah,
he must really like her.
Really likes her.
He must really like her.
Yeah. I mean, she is cute. Yeah. She's a dark little
I mean, I feel like I'd need to see it in person to understand whether she likes him more than he likes her. But I feel like that might be the way that it's edited.
I feel like he probably likes her more than she likes him. But that's healthy. Everyone says that is a healthy
dynamic. Guy needs to be obsessed with me.
Yeah, otherwise we get obsessed.
Yeah, otherwise we get obsessed.
And then we get heartbroken and we stalk them.
Literally. Have you got any pointers for anyone that actually wants to go on Love Island? Because I remember I auditioned for Love Island ages ago.
Yeah.
And I actually I didn't audition. I got messaged and then I had to send a self-tape. Mm-hmm. But then that's literally just before I went on tour to Handle. So I didn't go on Love Island and I just, but I I didn't have any indication from anyone like how to do my self-tape, what to say, how to stand out. Like, what was your audition tape like?
My audition tape is jokes. It's like me sat there like talking about myself, and I'm like making like jokes, like one-liners, like, oh, I'm like Britney Spears, like I'm so toxic and stuff. I can't remember the wording, but it was really funny. And then I put little clips in of me like doing funny things, like dancing, twerking, like really bad. Like, I'm trying to think what else there was, like downing shots and like us dancing as, you know, when we dressed up as like men. Like, I had something like that in there from something we'd done before, like really weird stuff. Yeah. So I think they obviously were like, this is a weird video.
So you didn't just sit in front of a camera and say, hi, I'm Coco Lodge.
Yeah.
It was like you just edited a bunch of clips.
So I would like do that. I'd be like, hi, I'm Coco. Like, I'm 20. Was I 26, 27 at the time? I can't remember. And I do this for a job. And then it like cut to like funny clips. And then I'd be like, say a one-liner like, oh, I'm 27. Like, I need to find a husband. Like, or I'm going to trap a man. Cut to a funny clip. Like made it like quite snappy. Yeah. And I think that stands out.
Kept them interested.
Yeah. But they did scout me. So everyone kind of says you don't really need to make that much effort with the video if they scout you. However, like
you went full out.
Yeah, it can like be the make or break. I'm sure of it. Because if you're really boring and stiff,
I mean, they're not going to want that, are they?
Yeah. Or if like you have like a filter on your face, they won't accept you. Like,
no, definitely
if you use
not.
like a Snapchat filter or something, they won't accept you.
So top tips for an audition video: don't use a filter.
Yeah, don't use a filter. Use clips to show your personality, because it's really hard. Like when you're just talking to like fully show like what you're like.
Otherwise, it's just like a job interview.
Yeah, or just you talking about yourself, and like do funny like. What do you call it when you have like little, like in a VT they have like the little like snapshots, people like laughing and that, so I include like all of that, so it would be like a little snapshot of me like laughing or like me blowing a kiss, you know, like made it really cringe.
Oh no.
Really Love Island like this.
Ooh, do the kiss.
Like, it's so cringe. I don't know how I got cast.
Oh my god, I love it. Well, I mean, you did get cast and you did make it in there, and one guy that you made a beeline for was Andew.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I see that, because I was like, okay, he must be really good looking in person.
I'm picky.
But you are really picky. And I think obviously because you've got very sexual flirtatious banter, people just automatically assume with me and you that we're just slags.
Yeah.
And we're
100%,
not.
100%.
We don't just suck anyone's dick. We don't. We at least want to know what
I'm
favourite colour is.
Like, no, you can do stuff to me.
You can finger me, but I'm not.
I can't be asked. So.
No, yeah, literally.
So
what was it like with you and Andew?
Was
it awkward?
Was it awkward?
When you first met him?
So when I first met him, I remember him telling me in the kitchen, like, his type was like petite brunette, but obviously he was with Tasha, and I was like, well, she is stunning. Like, she's like a Barbie doll.
I see that. And you
like,
went,
me.
Me.
And he was like, yeah, I guess. That's how he talks. He's like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, so when I was in there, I actually was making a beeline for Davide, because he's so unreal and so fit, and I thought we only have a few, like, not even like days, like technically when you add it all up, probably like one whole day to make a connection with someone, and I wanted it to be someone I fancy, so I know I can like really grow feelings. When I saw Andew, I was like, he's actually really good looking.
What a sex god.
Yeah, like very good looking, but I thought like maybe he's a bit like of like a nice boy for me, because I do like the toxic ones.
You don't like nice.
Yeah, I don't like nice. But then he actually pulled me for a chat on the terrace.
Confident.
Yeah, confident. And he was like just having such flirty banter.
Big dick energy.
Yeah, he had the massive big dick energy. And it was, you know, massive big dick energy. And I was like, oh, this guy's like a dark horse. Like, he's not what I expected at all. And that's what kind of drew me to him. And we had like things in common, like he was a PT and I'm studying a PT course. Like, he went to boarding school, I went to boarding school. So there was like things that we had in common that like no one else kind of could talk about with him. So yeah, we got on really well. It's a shame, but
he's taken now.
Yeah. Yeah, literally a ring on it.
So you felt his dick?
Yeah.
Was it big?
Yeah, nice girth. It was actually like a proper nice.
Really?
Yeah, it made me quite sad.
Do you reckon if you bent you over in doggy, you'd feel it in your stomach?
Do you know what? I'm not sure. It's like more like boyfriend dick energy.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wouldn't go in the stomach. But he was telling me like his favourite position is like when you have like one leg up, like around the neck, and like they're like pushing your back up. Yeah.
My ex used to do that.
Then I fell in love. I was like,
yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah, I was like, good one, Andew. He was like such a dark horse, and like, shit. I feel like now looking back, it was probably just lust for him. Whereas like I'm a girl and I catch feelings quite quick, especially when there's that intimacy, like the oxytocin, whatever it's called. It's like,
well, you don't just let anyone touch your you being
I mean, to be fair, he didn't like proper touch my nun. I was just like gave him a little bit of a feel, and he obviously was sucking the tits. Yeah,
sucking the tits. Right. I mean, I've got to ask this question because everyone's asking. Left or right?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. So many times. Like even like in like the pool, I'm pretty sure he would like move my swimsuit to have a look. Like he was obsessed with my boobs. Like he's a boob man.
Wow.
Yeah. And I usually are with guys who are like bum men.
Yeah.
But in there, where I wasn't eating, my bum was getting flat. So I think he just, was enjoying the boobs. Because they were looking quite big when I went in.
Oh my God. Absolutely fuming. I mean, my next question was, did you feel Andrew's dick? But you've literally just said that. I want to know how big Davide's dick is.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Oh, I think like it was said that it's like a nice size.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to grab Ekin
I think, who said that? Oh, I think Deji was apparently the dark horse with
the dick size?
Yeah, with the dick size.
Really?
Hello, Deji.
He's out now, isn't he?
I know, yeah.
Deji. Slide in, my darling.
Yeah, we did try like to force a connection between each other, but it was more of like a lust thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
like friends with benefits.
Yeah, because like, he was a bit younger than me, so it wasn't really.
Do you think like people in the villa actually obviously, because Love Island is absolutely huge. I feel like before you go on a show like that, it's like, I know I'm going to get some of the followers, I know I'm going to get people recognising me. It's a platform, right?
Yeah.
Even Molly May said that. Of course, I was smart enough to know it was a platform, okay?
Yeah.
But I want to know if being in the villa, you forget as soon as you're in there because you're in such a strong environment where you're being coupled up.
Yeah.
You have to stay in the bed with each other.
Yeah.
You've got no option but to fucking speak to that person.
Yeah. You do catch feelings.
Like quick.
Very quickly. Very quickly. Like the thing is, sometimes you remember the cameras are there, like at recouplings, because the breaks in between people reading out the text are like 6 hours. No, 6 hours is so dramatic. But probably about 10 minutes between each like text.
Wow.
So you're just standing there like.
How does that actually work? So if someone says, I've got a text.
No, so, well, yeah, when you get one like in the day, the producers will be like, right, guys, you need your phones with you today. And then everyone will have their phone. And then, so you kind of know a text is coming.
Okay.
In the evening, you kind of know when there's going to be a dumping or like a recoupling because there's always like a same-sex bed night before.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know, like, it's happening. So you're kind of ready.
Why same sex though?
I don't know.
Because they've been sleeping in the bed with you with opposite.
I don't know. I think it's to catch up on time when it's a public vote.
Okay.
Because they're 2 days before. So basically what you will do is you'll get up you'll have a same-sex bed night, then get up and put the same bikini you had on the day, same hair and makeup, and you won't really film much unless there's conversations which need to be had because it's left like on like awkward notes between people before the same-sex bed night. So
I hate that.
It's really weird.
Hold the chat.
And they're like, you need the same hair and makeup. I'm like, I don't remember. But I don't remember what I did.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's weird.
Was it awkward when you come back from Casa Amor? Because obviously all the girls thought that you were the ones who turned Andrew against Tasha.
Yeah. I mean, it was really awkward.
Did you have a conversation with them and just say, listen, I didn't fucking do anything?
Yeah, I had a conversation with the girls and Tasha, like, separately saying, like, I actually didn't say anything. I did say I think it might be a bit of a convenience. Probably shouldn't have pre-assumed that, but that's what everyone was thinking at the time.
I thought that.
And I didn't go in, like, beelining for Andrew anyway. Like, I didn't, like, want him at the start. I wanted, like, Davide. So, for me, like, I just didn't really care to tell him, like, all this stuff because it's nasty. So, I didn't jump on that bandwagon, but the girls, yeah, they obviously had their...
I mean, I feel like if I was to go in there, I would definitely say
territorial.
I'd be like, listen, your man is not interested. Your girlfriend is getting fingered left, right and centre.
Yeah.
Daybed, Paul, I'm sorry, her tits were even getting sucked, all right? You need me in your life.
Yeah, well, this is what I mean. Like, I knew things would come out anyway, so when I was like deciding whether to tell them that like everything that happened in the bedroom, like I knew a bombshell's going to come in a few days and they're going to spill all the tea anyway because we don't know what they've like shared.
Yes,
we don't know what's been aired. Like,
oh shit.
So I was like, I'm gonna like these girls already are being so frosty with me. Like you
need to say
I was like, and Andrew's pied me off. Like, what loyalty do I have to him now? Like, I have more loyalty to the girls.
You have no loyalty to him.
None. Fit though.
So when it all come out, I mean, I loved it because you were sat on the beanbags. Was it the yellow one?
Probably.
Probably sat on the yellow beanbag.
Do you know what I think I did that night? So I was so angry. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to sit on the yellow beanbag.
And then it happened.
Always. Yellow beanbag, always.
Because I remember you literally sat down and then you went, yeah, fuck it. What was going on in your mind just before you said it?
I'd been like hyperventilating all day and all day. Like even when I was getting ready, like Ekin asked what's wrong with me because I seemed so moody. And you know when someone asks if you're okay?
You just cry.
And you just like, all the tears came out. And then... so Ekin like had me in the bathroom, was like consoling me, like she's been like through previous relationships which are similar to previous ones in mine, so she understood where this like hurt and like almost like trauma had come from, like why I was so upset after only a few days. And so she was like, oh, like, are you an empath? I was like, yeah, like I am. So she kind of knew what like my mind space was. But then I think like some of the other girls, like Paige and that, saw me crying to Ekin, and like they came and like tried to like console me, and I think they went and told Andrew. So then that night he like pulled me for a chat, but I couldn't really say much because you know when you're so emotional, I didn't want him to see me cry.
Yeah.
So I was just like I really liked him and I didn't want to push him further away. So I was like keeping this like, you know, all of what we'd done in, but at the same time, the more I was like hyperventilating, crying after that chat with him,
you just thought, do you know what?
I was so angry, yeah. And I was like, nah, this is not okay. And it's not okay if they get back together and she has no idea. Like,
no, definitely.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Imagine if they got, imagine boyfriend and girlfriend, and she got out that villa and found out he was sucking on your tits.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be swinging.
Yeah,
swinging.
You'd be fuming, wouldn't you? I mean, I don't know. I think she's thankful for knowing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, she still chose to go back. So, I mean, obviously she really likes
I had those conversations with her, and I think for her, like, she did think something was kind of missing, but she felt safe and secure with Andrew, and she was, like, more, like, touchy-feely with Andrew, whereas with Billy, like, he made her, like, really laugh. And, you know, someone can laugh you into bed, can't they?
I get laughed into bed
all the time. So I think for her, it was like, which one do I want? Like, she's 23, she's allowed to explore both options, but she just decided, like, she wanted something more probably mature.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Fair enough.
Go on, girl.
I can't wait to see if any of them last. I literally can't wait, though. Like, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, are they going to last? Are they not? I don't want to preempt it. I'm just like, listen, it's always a shock. Like, Alex and Olivia, they're married with a baby.
I know. Do you know what? It's always the ones who come first that don't last.
Because it's the way it's manipulated.
I don't know why, but the way that whoever wins doesn't last, and whoever comes second always lasts for ages. It's really weird.
You were golden. You were gold. And that's why I don't understand, like, why the trolls come in. Because me watching it, obviously I'm biased because I know you and I love you and I live with you, but it was fucking awful. Like, I'm literally sat laying in your bed watching you on TV and then going on TikTok. And there's just so many videos of people, like, obviously there was nice ones, but every other few there was people saying like just horrible comments about your appearance.
Really nasty. I think it all started from like that one press pic which they do dirty with, and I'm actually really annoyed because they made me do it twice, and then the first one was in like a blue bikini, the blue bikini I walked in on, and I really liked those pictures, but then they chose the second bikini ones. But I don't understand, if you're doing like Casa Amor, surely you want the fans to look and think, wow. This is going to be good.
Yeah, but you look good whether you're in a blue bikini or a bloody brown
bikini.
That
like, I was like this. Like, he looked awful.
But you are stunning, Coco.
But yeah, I'm not the most photogenic, you know, it is what it is. And like, I would usually like show like half my face, whereas the hair is like over my face. So they just chose like the worst one. I feel like, couldn't they have chosen a better one? But all of ours, like, do not do us justice. No one's do.
No.
Like, I remember the girls asking, like, what was our press pic like? I'm like, I'm not going to lie. Not great. I know mine's going to be bad too, but I didn't expect all that trolling from one press pic to start.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there was a lot said. So even like on podcasts and stuff, I think people were like throwing me under the bus.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I just want to know what's going through your head. Like, when you got off that plane, well, let's start from like the night that you got kicked out of the villa.
Yeah.
Right. So did you have a preemption that you were going to get voted off or not?
I did think so, but I didn't think because the public didn't like me, because I thought, how can they not like me when I've been like crying over a boy that and a couple that they don't believe in anyway. So I just didn't expect the amount of trolling, but I kind of thought I'd be voted off because I wasn't in a strong couple. And you know when a dumping's coming because you have to do the new couple press pic, like glam pic, sorry. So me and Deji were like standing next to each other and they pan over you, but obviously it was vote for your favourite boy or girl. So at that in that moment I thought, well, I don't know who the public liked the most. So you weren't like 100% sure when they said it was like favourite boy or girl, but I kind of knew it would be between me and Summer because we come in new. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So we'd said to each other, like, it's going to be between us because
Yeah.
Tash has been here since the beginning, so she's got a fan base.
Yeah.
Whereas us, we've been in here like 10 days.
Yeah.
Like, what fan base can we have? Do you know what I mean?
When you come out after you were voted the one in the bottom, right?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I don't think it was because people really didn't like you. I honestly believe it's because everyone had an advantage because they've been in there longer. Like
Yeah.
what you've literally just said.
Yeah.
Did they prepare you for the hate when you came out? Because I would expect to walk out of that villa and just as a duty of care, when giving that phone back, I just thought I'd warn you.
Yeah.
There's a few things going around, but it will pass.
Yeah.
What was done and said about that?
So you have a press chat when you're in the holding villa for like, we were there for 2 nights, but some people sometimes are in there longer. It's just until your episode airs. So to show that you've left, obviously, because you get spotted at the airport. So me and Josh were in this holding villa. We both had a press chat. And in mine, they'd basically said like a few things that were in the press, like about like my celeb friends. Yeah, my luxury flat, when we say it's not luxury.
There's a shithole that needs cleaning.
And that there was a few trolls who were more on Andew and Tash's side. But they didn't warn me about the appearance. They actually said, oh, there was an article about you having your lip fillers dissolved. So that obviously is really positive.
So they told you the positives.
Yeah, they didn't tell me how bad the hate trolling was. So when I got my phone back, to be honest, I didn't see all this stuff about my appearance because you guys did such a good job at hiding it, and I wasn't looking at Twitter at the time. Then I went to Stratford and these fans come up to me and they're like, are you okay? And I was on my own and I was like, yeah, like, you know, they're like, honestly, are you okay? Because we've seen Twitter, we've seen TikTok trolls. Like, I know it's like so intense. And I was like, what? So then when I got home, I started looking.
So you were caught off guard.
Yeah, I was looking and looking, and I was like in this deep hole of like looking, and I was like, I called ITV and I was like, I'm not going on After Sun, like I'm not being in front of the camera again. Are you joking? But then they like kind of convinced me, and I got like a makeup artist, and I met Sian Welby at the makeup appointment, who was also going on After Sun. We had a really lovely chat, and after that I felt a little bit more positive. And then as the days went on, I was going to events, talking to past Islanders who like had written me nice messages in the DM, and after a few interviews, people's perception of me started changing anyway. Like they started to love me.
Exactly.
So I'm like, well, it's just the way it's been edited.
Because they're seeing more of an hour of you a day.
I still get a lot of comments like clapped, you look like a man, blah blah blah. But I'm so numb to it now. I've seen it. I know I don't like a man. All those boys wanted to get with me. Like, I'm still pulling on a night out.
Yeah, you are pulling, girl.
Yeah, I'm pulling.
You're
a
pulling.
Lot. So
middle finger to the haters. Thank you very much. Oh my God.
But I love the other fans. In person, everyone's so nice. It's just behind the keyboard. And you look at their page and they don't even have a profile picture. It's like, what do you look like?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you definitely wouldn't get on Love Island because you don't even have a profile picture. You don't have a face. Bless them.
So how did you deal with it? Just by going out?
Yeah, it sounds really bad.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Because I've always said, like, when you come off of a show like that, it's such a high when you're on it, and then when you come off it, it's such a low. Because it's like you're used to being centre of, like, with me, when I went on Talk to Handle and come off of it, I was so used to being centre of attention.
Yeah.
Not just me, but everyone on there, we get catered for, we get fed, private chef. If I wanted to go to the toilet, I could just go to the toilet. If like the cameras are constantly on us, and there's producers running around left, right, and centre for us. So like we're centre of attention right now.
Yeah,
and then when you come off it, it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I feel like it's like hard because you're thinking like, right, okay, I can't go back to shot girling right now. But then I spoke to my manager and I decided that actually I can go back. We just have to go about it a different way. Because I was thinking like the amount of people who are just going to want pictures, will it affect my selling? Do you know what I mean? Like in a club, because technically it's almost like an appearance. So it's like working out logistically how that works until I can make money from any opportunities that come my way. So it was like you kind of like just left to deal with all this stuff by yourself. You have a million DMs, you're being trolled, you know, but it's the other islanders who like take you under their wing and are like,
good,
I'm going to look after you.
So they should though, definitely.
Do you give you advice?
Yeah, definitely. Who are the islanders that have reached out after the show that have like gave you their love and support and stuff?
A lot of people, Dr. Alex, Samira, I was friends with her before. Harley Brash, is it? Yeah, she was like, I don't normally message islanders because it was like quite like not something I'm trying to get away from, but I just want to say like I'm here. The twins, last year there was a twin who went in at the very end, twin Brett, and his brother and him messaged me like, oh, do you want to go for a coffee? Like really nice messages. There's a few others I can't remember, to be honest, but a lot of people supporting, which is so nice.
Good
to have.
I'm glad.
Because I mean, you, Nicole, like you didn't get trolled to the extent that I got trolled, so it's like trying to find people who have been there, and all the people who have messaged me are people who've been trolled quite bad. And also like Jax was like, if you ever want to give me a call because I'm being trolled badly, like give me a call. So it's like having that support, and China's living with me, so that
Definitely. We love China.
Yeah, she's great.
She's literally fucking moved in.
Yeah, she's the new one.
She's another one that should be on Google Box with us.
Yeah, oh, she's funny. She's very funny. It's a shame they didn't show like that funny side of her personality.
I know. Is there anything that you wish had have been like shown on the show when you were on there?
Me crying. Remember when I was in there, I was like, Lee, who works in the beach, I was like, Lee, are they just going to show me crying? Everyone's going to think I'm such a melt. Then when I got out and realised everyone just thinks I'm a sassy bitch and I'm so emotional.
Yeah, because like we didn't see you crying that much.
Yeah, and I was crying the whole time.
They just cut it.
Yeah. They wanted me to be the villain.
I feel like they just wanted you to be that girl that's just like
bad bitch. They kept saying to me, bad bitch energy.
Bad bitch energy.
Bad bitch energy. And I was like, but I'm a sad bitch.
I'm sad bitch.
I was like, but I really like him. Oh. But I think they maybe didn't want the public to believe in me and him as a connection.
No, they're not going to though.
Yeah, because they want them to get back together. Yeah.
They know the perfect storyline is Tasha and him.
Yeah. Yeah. OGs from day one.
OGs from day one. I just want to see how long it lasts. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road because we're nice, positive energy, positive vibes. I do believe that, like, if we're nice to other people, it will be reciprocated. 100%. So one thing of advice I would give to you is just be open and honest with all of your friends. And if you ever feel like shit, just fucking open up. Yeah. Because, like, the last thing I would want, because there's so many people that have taken their lives from Love Island.
So many.
And oh my God, I feel like I'm getting emotional. No, only because when you were in the villa and me and Nicole were on the outside, oh my God, Coco, it was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah. Like even when
because you'll make me cry because
your dad called Nicole.
Yeah, my parents were traumatised.
Your dad called Nicole and I was just sat in the car thinking like, she is such a fucking amazing person. Why is she being trolled so much?
I know.
Like I just felt so
I'm
helpless.
So sensitive. So you guys were worried, and I've had my confidence issues. Like I have had an eating disorder. I've, had a nose job. So you know that I already have confidence issues. So it is it's a shame, but I think I've handled it quite well because I felt more sorry when I spoke to my mum in isolation. I could tell something wasn't right, but she didn't like tell me what was going on. But she was just like, I was like, oh, am I being trolled? And she was like, yeah, like a little bit. Like she didn't want to tell me and like ruin my like next day in isolation. But the tone of her voice ruined it anyway. I was there crying. They had to take me to a farm that was next door.
A farm?
Yeah, there was a farm next door, and we walked past, and this man was like, "Do you want to come in?" And I was like, "Please, I know like we shouldn't, but can we?
Let me just pet some pigs."
Yeah, the man had no idea like who we are. He was fine. Like, he was like, "Yeah, like have this donkey." He didn't even speak English, bless him. It was like showing us all the animals. It was really cute.
Yeah,
that's like the highlight. Is that farm? It was so nice.
So is there like, obviously like I just want to go into like the depths and the background of before you were on Love Island, because I feel like it's really important for people to know like certain traumas or certain experiences or like the background of Coco as to why you are sassy now, to why you are like boss bitch energy, but then also why you get hurt so easily. So like toxic relationships,
many.
Like
I think there's like this thing where I was always treated by fuck boys who would always like never want anything more than just to fuck, which is so common these days.
Everyone goes
as
through
I was
that,
like being, a bit younger. And then when I got my like first boyfriend, he like turned away from sex as well and went celibate, which bless him, like it's fine, like if that's your choice, like religiously. But for me, I felt rejected again. So I was like, okay, so the first people only wanted me for sex and then rejected me. And I now have this guy and he doesn't want to touch me. And so I feel rejected again. Then to come out of that, have a bit of time where I was like having fun with you guys. And then to meet someone who was really, really toxic and nasty to me.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, narcissistic was like, I probably should have waited a bit more time before going on TV. But obviously I was like, oh, what an opportunity. Why would I pass it up? Like, I'll be fine. But actually, when that happened in there, it like triggered this trauma. And I was like, just traumatized. Like crying so much. But then these like little comments are more like me, like, they're like, be a bad bitch. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a bad bitch. Like, bad bitch energy, take a leaf out of like Danika's book. Like, I'm going to go in and do that. But I just...
It's a part of you, but that's not who Coco is. Coco isn't this I don't give a fuck. She's sensitive.
I give a fuck.
Like, you give like,
Yeah.
more than anyone I know. Like,
Yeah.
you're so sensitive. Like, you have suffered with eating disorders before.
Yeah, no,
And,
it's
like,
fine. I don't mind talking.
to anyone that is listening that feels like they're not good enough and has felt rejected in their past relationships, that have tried to, like, control other areas of their lives by, like, the eating and stuff like that, like, what would you say? What advice would you give?
It's really hard because if you don't spot an eating disorder early, like, obviously, like, trigger warning, by the way. If you don't catch it early, like, it will take a long time to overcome it. But where my parents are so on my back about everything, I just caught it early, so I was able to, like, build up this confidence and turn, like, an obsession with being thin into an obsession with being fit.
Yeah.
And so that's the only way I overcame it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Was there a conversation that you had with your parents, or, like, did they sit down and say to you, like, we've noticed?
Yeah, my mum was like, oh, you look awful, you look so thin, what are you doing? Like, you've obviously got an eating disorder. I was feeding everyone at home, like, because that's what you do, like, you feed people.
Really?
You don't eat very little yourself. But my mum, like, just caught on it so quickly, and she was like, you either get a PT and you eat, or we take you to hospital. So,
Wow.
And I went down the PT route, thank fuck, before it got too deep.
Yeah.
And I would not be able to, I'd still
Definitely.
be in hospital now. Which is sad.
It's sad, but you've overcome it.
I know.
And you're now this batty gal. You've got such a nice bum.
Bundalicious.
Bundalicious, literally. I remember you showing me pictures of you, like, a few years ago, and you were like, Chloe, I've literally got no bum. And it gives me hope. It gives me hope because I've got such a fucking flat ass.
Yeah, no, but that's like you've got a model figure. It's nice. No, not everyone needs a big ass. Also, they're going out of fashion. Like, Kim and Chloe have removed their ass.
Do you think?
Yeah, 100%. Or made it a bit smaller.
Oh my God.
For sure, they don't have those asses anymore. So it's coming back in.
Oh,
pancake
I
ass.
still want to get a BBL.
I have a pancake ass now.
So, what do you, like, want for the next few months? Like, are you looking to find love? Are you, like, living your best single life, going out?
I'm gonna live my best single life until, like, I'm kind of over what happened on the show, because I'm not fully over it yet, and obviously everything's so crazy busy right now. I don't have time to, like, sit and date anyone, like, fully. Like, if I kiss them in a club, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Which I have been doing a lot. And yeah, in terms of, like, career wise, I want to get into, like, the PT course I'm doing. I want to finish that. It's really hard. It's very sciencey.
Yeah.
And I'm not very good at science.
But you're good at fitness.
Good at fitness, but you have to pass the science bit. So yeah, hopefully that'll be done soon, and then start, like, just getting into that, really.
Coco,
training
the PT.
people. Yeah, maybe have a nap. We'll see what happens.
You can train me. I remember when Nicole first come to you and she was like, Coco, I need you to help me with, like, set meals and, like, what I should eat and what I shouldn't. And
She
then,
never
like,
followed it.
She never followed it. Never, ever. Nicole was like, I want to do it. I want a health kick. But you get up at 5 in the morning every morning.
Well, yeah, I haven't since being in the villa, but I need to start again. So that is, like, my goal in the next few weeks, is to start that routine again, because at the moment I'm, like, getting up late, we're going out in the night, getting up hungover, go for one meal, like, it's not healthy living.
Routine is mandatory
routine.
in this industry.
You need to get back into the routine.
Yes.
But it's really hard because you're, like, overwhelmed with so many things, emails coming through, like, everything's a bit much. But
Yeah.
soon.
So, Coco, what we love doing on Bangin is we get DMs from the listeners, the little Bangin crew, the little community, spilling all the tea. They would love your advice, okay? And if there is anyone that is wanting to send in not any advice, any dilemmas, any toxic situations, I love to give advice from my experiences, because I've been in many toxic experiences. If you are in love with someone and you want to tell them, DM us on the Instagram and also the TikTok, which is Bangin with Chloe V Pod, and also we have an email address which is banginwithchloev@gmail.com. I'm so out of breath. So we've had an email this week, right? Help! I'm really struggling at the moment because I have feelings for my best friend's boyfriend.
Woo!
The three of us spend so much time together and it hurts me to be around him. This is deep. But I don't know what to do. How do I get over someone I can't have?
Right, well, this has happened a lot to me, but not like a friend's ex, just someone who doesn't want me back. A friend's boyfriend, sorry, not even an ex. Ooh.
I mean,
that's a risky one. But if you're spending a lot of time with someone, it could happen.
Yeah.
When you're like, maybe they're like in school, I don't know how old.
Yeah, but then I also feel like boundaries. Like, for me personally, if I was around, say if you had a boyfriend, like, let's use I was just about to say his name then. Say if you had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was hanging around with you and him all the time and he was staying at the flat and whatever.
Yeah. They always do, don't they?
Yeah,
So
they always
intense
do.
with me.
They
Yeah.
love you. They just always... But yeah, I just don't know if I could ever be like, oh yeah, I really, really like him. Because it would be that boundary of, I'm not engaging in conversation with him.
Like that.
I don't engage with conversation with like my friends' boyfriends.
Yeah.
I do, but...
If you can think they're fit, you know.
I'm always like, have you got a friend? I feel like that
we have
would
such
help.
different types, to be fair. So we're
Yeah.
quite lucky as best friends because our types are completely different to each other. So we're quite lucky. Whereas if someone is your type to a T and they're with
you
your
got
best
with them.
friend and you're like hanging out with them,
I'd fall.
you might feel like, you might
Yeah.
fall. And to be honest, the only thing you can do is block and delete, not your friend, but the guy.
The guy.
And set boundaries. No, I'm not going to hang out
Yeah.
with him
I
because I'm
feel
in love
like-
with him.
I feel like it's never going to work.
No.
He's not going to get with you because he's with your friend.
Yep.
I feel like maybe just distance yourself and like not be around them all the time.
Yeah, because when you like someone, like we know, like because we always used to invite boys to our parties that we like just to be around them.
Just to be around them. We're such
So,
saddos.
yeah, I get it. You want to spend time with him because you're like obsessed. However, you need to like set that boundary, but we find it hard ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm
just wanna
really
see
bad at
them.
setting boundaries.
Yeah, same.
I mean, do you think she should tell the friend? Or not?
I feel like if you come to me and said that, I'd understand, and I'd be like, right, Chloe, like you're hanging out with us a lot, so just set that boundary.
What would you say to someone though? Like, say if you fell for my boyfriend, what would you say to me?
I'd say, Chloe, like your boyfriend's got big dick energy. I'm obsessed with it. I wouldn't. I'd just say, look, I'm spending a lot of time with you guys, and like,
I need to distance.
yeah, I've caught feels for your fella. So good luck. I hope it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I
ya.
hope it doesn't
No,
work
joking.
out. Yeah, I feel like it's not her fault because if this guy does really like her, I mean, if she really likes this guy, then she can't help her feelings, but she can help how she deals with it.
Yeah, distance.
So distance yourself,
Time heals.
time heals, and maybe just like fuck one of his friends.
No,
No?
because I've done that before, and it's definitely just because, no offense, I wanted to like get to the other guy's head, and it's actually really unhealthy. Because then when
Yeah.
they fall for you,
Then it's awkward because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I kind of want your other friend.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's not.
Just stay away.
stay away, find someone new to shag. Like, there's many boys out there.
Yeah, get on a dating app or something if you're
Yeah.
of age. I mean, it doesn't say what age you are, so I'm guessing you're of age. So just go on Tinder or something. I mean, I don't really know what else to say because I've never experienced that, but yeah.
Oh well, we hope you get over. your
We
friend's
hope you get
boyfriend.
over him. We do. Time is the biggest healer. Don't look at his Instagrams and don't be around them for now. And just kind of distance yourself. And then hopefully someone sweeps you off your feet. And it's not your fault. You can't help your emotions, but you can control what you do to get over him.
Yeah,
So
100%.
meditate, manifest
Yeah,
that big
meditate.
dick energy in your life.
Yeah, manifestation is the only thing that will help. Maybe go to a psychic. We love it.
Oh, we love psychics.
Yeah, we love going to a psychic when we're heartbroken.
We always do it.
All the time.
Every time we get heartbroken,
Yeah,
I'm just
all
like,
the time.
fuck it, let's just
I'm
go
going
to
to one
psychic.
soon.
Are you?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you get told on your last psychic reading that you're going to go on Love Island?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, they said you've had 2 broadcasting opportunities, and at the time I did have Married at First Sight and Love Island, and he told me to pick the bikini one. So yeah.
And the bikini one was Love Island.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, something's wrong. Or another show is coming.
Or not? Yeah.
You never know.
Would you ever do like more TV again after the trolls and stuff?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to, but
Yeah.
I like now.
You're reinforcing yourself
yeah,
again.
yeah. And I want that opportunity to show myself as like who I am,
Definitely.
rather than like this absolute bitch.
You're not a bitch, and I hope everyone that's listening can see that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Definitely, there will be. Well, what we do to end the podcast is we tailor a game
Woo!
to the guest.
Woo!
So the game is called Shag, Marry, Pie.
Shag, marry, pie.
Okay, so Love Island edition. So I've got a few names
Okay.
from Love Island. And you've got Shag one, Marry one, and
Okay.
Pie one.
Okay.
And this could also be a manifestation.
I'm manifesting for sure.
Manifest it. Okay, first choice. Shag, Marry or Pie? Davide,
Yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah.
Jax.
Yeah. Shag Andrew. Oh, is that the or Snog?
Shag, Marry,
Okay,
Pie?
Shag. Yeah, Shag Andrew because I felt that.
Dick.
Yeah. And it was very nice. Marry Davide because like he can cook. He's just an absolute babe, even though we look like brother and sister, but you know, we'd have cute kids. And was it Kill?
Pie.
Pie, Jax. I love him so much. But
He's so my type.
Yeah, that's more of a you, Mary.
Jax is literally like a god to me.
His eyes are
Oh,
beautiful.
he's so my type. But I really hope that him and Paige work out.
They aren't.
Love Island 2021.
Yeah. Right.
I didn't watch this one.
Okay.
Liam,
Yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah.
Toby.
Okay. Well, Shag Liam because he's beautiful. Marry Toby because he's jokes.
Okay.
And Pie Tyler because well we know why.
Love Island 2020. Shag, Marry, Pie.
Yeah.
Finn,
Yeah.
Luke,
Yeah.
Ched.
Shag Ched.
Yeah.
Marry Luke
Okay.
and Pie Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean
Finn's
he's
not
not
a
my
bit of
type.
me.
No.
No. Good looking lad.
Yeah.
Got a bit about him.
Yeah.
Just prefer Ched.
Ched is the one sexy.
Do you reckon he's got a big dick?
100%.
Yeah. He's
Destroy.
fucking huge.
It will destroy.
Or do you reckon it'd be
his foot.
tiny because he's massive?
That's
What I mean.
We need to look at his forearm. Apparently, that's the size of the dick.
I thought that was the size of your feet.
Oh,
I've put my foot on my forearm before.
so I have it wrong. Maybe.
I don't know.
But like some guys are really tall with small feet, and I feel like those are the guys with small dicks.
Fuck.
So.
Mind blown. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Coco.
Honey.
We're just going to drive home now. We're going to drive home now, probably get something to eat,
Yeah.
and sit and watch Love Island.
Woo!
Woo! Is there anything that you want to say before we leave?
No.
No?
No, just thank you for having me.
You're
Chloe.
welcome.
How weird doing my best friend's podcast.
I know, that's weird, isn't
Yeah,
it? I'm
very
actually
weird.
interviewing you as...
Yeah, weird.
It's just weird. Anyway, obviously we love hearing your dilemmas and your toxic situations to help give you advice. So please email banginwithchloev@gmail.com. On Instagram, it's linked in my bio, Chloe Veitch Official, and the TikTok is Bangin with Chloe V Pod. And again, I just want to say thank you so much. The TikToks are blowing up and I'm so appreciative. And I've been told the podcast is doing really fucking well. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that listens on your way to work, walking the dog, etc. You can also watch it on Chloe Veitch YouTube. Banging with the visuals. Coco's tits look absolutely amazing. They look lickable right now. So if you want to pop over to the Banging with Chloe V YouTube, then you can, and you can listen to it on all of your favourite podcast platforms.
Woo.
Please rate, subscribe, and
5
follow.
star.
Bye.
Bye.
Bangin' with Chloe Veitch is part of the Eve Podcast Network and a Forever Dog production. Executive producer Tracy Soren. Development executive Mariah Nicholas. Senior producer Palama Kaufman. Producer Ewan Newbigging Lister. Post producer and theme song Brian Hevron Smith. Cover photo by Greg Bailey. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.